What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 271, the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley in Dallas. Last week's episode was quite the emotional roller coaster because Don West essentially got his ankle broken by Kurt Angle, who has snapped himself. He is demanding a singles match with Samoa Joe. That's right. He wants a third. He wants to make it a trilogy. He cannot. He's gone off the deep end. He can't believe that Samoa Joe made him submit. He made him tap out because he doesn't tap out. If you ignore all the times that Chris Benoit made him tap out, it wasn't real. Didn't happen. He doesn't tap. He doesn't give up. Never surrender. He's like Juventud Guerrera. But Juventud also gave up quite a bit. Anyway, doesn't matter. So Kurt Angle's gone nuts. He put the ankle lock on Slick Johnson, even though that was probably justified, just because of the shorts. And he stepped on SoCal Al's hair, the whole thing. But even more to add to the devastation, James Storm smashed his longtime partner, Chris Harris, in the face with a beer bottle on his one good eye. So now Harris is probably blinded.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever shall we do? What is going to happen? Petey Williams kind of stepped in there and was like, dude, what the hell's your problem? What are you doing? Oh, God, we're a family. Even though Petey's like freshly American, you know, after being Canadian forever. Technically still is Canadian. We're just a whirlwind of events.
I'm sad. That's all I got to say.
I know you're claiming right now to be clearing off your glasses probably for dust, but it's actually because of the tears.
Oh, dude, I literally have dried tears from last week from when James Storm fucking destroyed Chris Harris, our friend of the show, Chris Harris.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Been an emotional roller coaster.
And
we also learned that Jim Cornette cannot basically do his job because somehow Samoa Joe in his contract, which has never been revealed prior, this has just suddenly been a thing. Samoa Joe cannot be forced into any singles competition despite being a singles wrestler. He's not part of a tag team.
It doesn't make any sense.
He can essentially control the matches that he is in. So I don't know how he's not going for the TNA World title like every time because he can just control what he's involved in. But guess what, Dallas? There's one thing that he can't control, and that's a tag team match. And that is what is on the docket tonight, where Kurt Angle and a partner, we don't know who, I guess he's got to find one, is going to take on Samoa Joe and a partner who, well, we don't know him either. They're going to just find partners, and we're going to have a tag team match. And Cornette is banking on Kurt Angle beating up Samoa Joe enough to where Joe will then want to have a rematch. Riveting information between them. So, and of course, we got Sting controlling Abyss's mind, and Christian Cage is like kind of just there, and Tom goes from the past. But we don't know why. There's a lot of things we don't know, and we're hoping to maybe find out. Last week, the audience was pretty depressed because we started off on a bit of a depressing note. But it's a new week. Same taping, right? So maybe they're still kind of depressed.
Yeah, they definitely are, yeah.
Yeah. So who do you think is going to be potentially the partners for Joe and Angle tonight?
I was kind of thinking... See, now I'm thinking about it again. I don't think it makes sense. Because I was thinking, like, how are they going to get, like, Abyss and, like, Sting involved? Or, like, more of the main event, like, title picture guys?
Yeah.
That's where my gut says. I don't know who else it could be.
See, that's what I was thinking too. It was
They both
immediately Sting and Abyss.
Sting, yeah.
What if they do Eric Young and Bobby Roode? Robert Roode.
Holy shit. That would be insane.
What if they did that?
It's a double thing, right? So Kurt Angle has to convince Samoa Joe for a rematch, but also if Robert Roode wins, Eric Young's got to sign.
There, see?
Book it. Book it.
It's like those what is it called? It's like Double Jeopardy or something like that. Or whatever they call it, where it's like everybody has Ultimate Jeopardy. Whatever. Like ECW or like Ring of Honor have used that phrase where like everybody involved in the match has some kind of ulterior motive or stipulation attached to it. Yeah.
Right.
That'd be pretty funny. Not really the worst idea either.
No.
Yes.
No.
But yeah, who knows?
Anything is possible.
It's very true.
It's so true. Let's do a quick rundown of the card from last week, which clearly was not the main focus of the show, but let's talk about it anyways. There was a non-title match where Abyss fought former NWA World Champion, and let me tell you, they made sure that you freaking knew that. He defeated Ron Killings in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. And he had to kind of have James Mitchell. He kind of ran in and essentially helped him get that win too. But Abyss, very strong heavyweight champion currently. If you guys haven't,
the strongest dude.
If you guys haven't been following along, Petey Williams then defeated Christopher Daniels in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And if you're wondering, yes, Christopher Daniels is the X Division champion. It was a non-title match, but Jerry Lynn and Chris Sabin got involved. Sabin tried to run in with the X Division title. Jerry Lynn came in, took it from him. Sabin left, and then Daniels saw Lynn with the title, give him an enzuigiri, was distracted, and rolled up. So it was quite a wild way to end that match. Petey definitely getting a push here soon.
Yeah, I would definitely think that's the case.
Right. And then, of course, the main event. According to Cage Match, it was a non-title match. And if AMW lost, they would be split up.
Well, they explicitly said it was the tag titles.
I thought they did too. Oh, yeah. Look, literally,
tag title.
It is. Dave Notes even says this. It was the titles versus AMW splitting up as the team.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank God. And of course, Bob already mentioned what happened with that. It was very sad. That match, actually, believe it or not, Bob, went 6 minutes and 52 seconds. If you said, how long do you think that match went? I would have said less than 4 minutes.
I was going to say like 3.
It felt very fast. And we don't really.
Wow. I mean, maybe they might have cut stuff out of it. Potentially.
Could have. Maybe there was a commercial that made it go longer too.
Right.
Could have been that. I don't recall, but I know normally we don't really read Dave's breakdowns of the shows too much anymore, mostly because of the way they tape. I don't like to spoil things if I don't have to.
Yeah, we only do that for pay-per-views, really.
Right.
His breakdown.
But he does talk about how, holy crap, did they rush this angle of them splitting up and how fast the match was and all that. So he does call that out.
They rushed them splitting up?
Well, the rushing of... He says the AMW match was also rushed. Talk about a rushed angle. And then he goes into the match about how it was so quick. Like how they did the whole thing.
I don't know if it's been rushed. I mean, we've been dragging this out for 3 years.
Well, the turn, yeah, but this one just felt almost abruptly out of nowhere, I feel like.
Well, like you mentioned, Storm was over the top. Like it was like fucking 1987, babyface fucking jumping on the apron and getting the crowd behind him, which he's like never done. At least hasn't done since like 2003, 2004. It's been a while since he's been acting that way. So that was pretty kind of like telling. I mean it's a short match, but I don't think that the way that he turned was bad. It's just you got gypped out of a main event. I mean, if he's going to turn, he might as well turn sooner rather than later. I mean, he doesn't want to be with them. Why drag it out?
That's true. It's very
so I didn't necessarily hate it that way. It was just disappointing that the show was so negative leading into it that then you don't even get a match. It's just like, oh, you fucking turn on this guy. Typical.
Well, do you also think that commentary got better after Don West was taken off because Jim Cornette joined with Mike Tenay?
Do I think it got better?
Yeah. Like, would you say tons better?
No, but I'm assuming that's what Meltzer's saying.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, see, I don't.
He said because he was more conversational with Cornette instead of trying to be amped up as West's level for the entire show. Sorry, buddy. I think you're wrong, but that's
no. I mean, if anything, I probably found myself tuning them out because I'm not really a fan of Cornette on commentary.
I did. I tuned him out for sure. I definitely
did. Don will make you listen with his enthusiasm.
Yeah, I like it.
Even if it's like silly, it's just like, oh, it's Don.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Well, last week's show, Meltzer doesn't have like breakdowns like normal for the ratings, but Alvarez talked about the ratings. So TNA last week did a 1.19 rating with a 0.90 in males 18 to 49 and a 1.02 in males 18 to 34 and a 0.94 in males 25 to 34.
That's really high for them, isn't it?
It sounds like it because the average audience was 1.4 million viewers. And Alvarez even admits, at this point, I cannot with any honesty say that Russo's latest run has been a failure. At the very least, he has not hurt TV viewership. He may have actually increased it, but he may have had no impact whatsoever. So, you never know.
I don't understand. So that what he just said was like contradicting in itself. Like, oh, he hasn't heard it, but he also might have contributed nothing.
Because they don't want to. If he did help it, theoretically, if this wasn't a one-off thing, they don't want to give him credit.
Right.
I mean, that's what it's got to come down to.
Well, that's the cool thing to do is just to shit on Russo as much as you can.
Right. And remember, this is Alvarez, who's negative about TNA in general. But then to add the Russo on top of it, what do you expect?
So, I mean, that's good that that was a pretty high rating.
Mm-hmm.
I would anticipate that number going down after that episode.
I mean, you got to look at it too. Like, we just came off a hot pay-per-view. People want to see what's going on. So, yes, especially with 5 weeks build, we'll go down a little bit, I'm sure.
Well, and I think, too, I mean, you're not really leaving that episode feeling probably thrilled. I would probably feel kind of sad. I'd probably like, oh, shit, man.
I am sad.
Like nothing nothing positive come out of it.
Right. Speaking of Russo, he's being told consistently, or constantly, I should say, internally the same thing that Dave Meltzer has been saying this whole time, that he is writing far too much for a 1 hour show, and they have to edit like crazy to make the show fit. Plus, nobody gets more than a few minutes in the ring. Now, Russo's response has been to continue to do the same thing.
His response is to change nothing. That is great.
Yeah. And then he goes on to say, speaking of Russo some more, he says, I'm not aware of how this has happened, but apparently, Bob, this is going to blow your fucking mind. Russo and Cornette are working together after being brought together by Jarrett and Dutch Mantel. Now, starting on the December 11th taping, so that's what we saw last week and we'll see again this week, Cornette has been involved in creative. The two talk and are civil. Cornette helps produce a lot of the interview segments and attends production meetings. Dave says he was told that the production meetings are now more entertaining than most of the wrestling TV shows. Before the shows, Mike Tenay presents Russo's scripts to everyone involved in production. Cornette actually sits only a few seats away from Russo, usually with Don West and Tenay in between them. The highlights are Cornette openly challenging any segment that he's in on things that don't make sense. Everyone bites their tongue because Russo is described as taking it, but appearing to be bottling everything up inside. So they're being civil, but things are tense.
I wonder if he was like, how does Joe have the ability to not be booked in singles matches?
I don't know how anyone could have come up with that idea.
That just doesn't make any sense to me. I've never heard of that in anybody's contract ever.
I've just never, when he said that, it was like funny. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean that you can't control him in a singles match, but it doesn't say anything about tag matches? What in the fuck?
But how, so he could do like triple threat matches, right?
He could.
Yeah, so just not.
Although, no, you're right. Because it is, he said one-on-one specifically.
One-on-one. So you know what I would do? If I was like a heel authority figure, I'd be like, okay, cool. So then what we'll do, if Joe were to be like, no, I'm not doing it, I'd be like, okay, cool. So then at Final Resolution, it's going to be Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle versus fucking Cassidy Riley. And then like Kurt just beats Cassidy Riley in like 13 seconds.
He snaps his ankle.
Yeah, then it's just Joe and Angle. Like, there you go. Like, there's nothing Joe can do. Or like, Joe's trying to like save Cassidy from being beaten up that way. It's just a 3-way the whole time or whatever. It'd be funny.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I'm just trying to think. I don't even know if Cassidy Riley is even still in TNA at this point, but I'm just
That's a good question too.
A lower level guy. You know what? A better compare would be like Maverick Matt. Just throw him in there.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And or like Divine. And then comically, like Divine would win.
And not get caned by Raven after?
Yeah, because it would be a non-elimination. So Joe and Angle would just beat each other up, and then Divine would steal the pin. Could you imagine?
That'd be awesome.
Last Sunday at Final Resolution, Johnny Divine picked up the biggest win of his career when he pinned Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle in a 3-way dance because they were so focused on each other. And then they never bring it up ever again. That'd be great.
I like it. Let's book it.
Do it.
Speaking of Angle, I got a couple quick notes about him.
Of course you do.
Always. He filmed a segment on the George Michael Sports Machine this past week. Dave says, not sure of the air date, but he told that he was asked one question, and he answered it with a 30-minute monologue that will have to be heavily edited.
Oh, my God.
This dude has been wild on these interviews, apparently, is what
They asked one question, and he took a half hour to answer it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yep. And continuing on with Kurt Angle news, Kurt Angle, Joe Rogan, and Dana White were all presenters at the Video Game Awards, which aired on December 13th on Spike, but was taped a few days earlier. Now, with all the hype and promotion, that show did something like a 0.8 rating. Angle went crazy, tearing off his shirt on stage. Nobody knew what to make of it, but he was trying to do something for attention. Backstage, and this was not on the show, Angle was telling people that he was going to face Randy Couture, Tito Ortiz, or Chuck Liddell in the matches this year. The only reason anyone knows anything about this is because Mike Swick of UFC was back there doing some stuff and he filmed it. If this was wrestling, this would seem like evidence of an angle, but that's not the case. Now, Bob, just a quick spoiler here. It's safe to say none of that happens, correct? He doesn't do any of that.
Not with any of those three guys, no.
I don't know if he does any MMA stuff, does he?
I don't think he does. I think a wrestler does, but it's not Kurt. And it's not in 07.
I know Jeff Jarrett does, but
yeah. So like where I am in my written reviews, as I've mentioned before, I'm in this going into the summer of 2008. There is an MMA fighter that comes in there, but there is not. He's not feuding with Kurt. He's like kind of an ally of Kurt in a feud with a different wrestler.
I think I remember who you're talking about.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where Kurt's getting all this.
Yeah, I don't either.
Things. Like I said though, last week, if it was like Ken Shamrock, I'm probably into it. Tito, I hated, so I wouldn't have cared. especially if Kurt's a heel. I mean, Tito's not a babyface. He's not going to come in. I mean, even though he was presented in 05 as a babyface,
Right.
he's just not. He's the Hollywood bad boy, for Christ's sakes. That's literally his name, his nickname.
That's right.
Chuck Liddell would be a good one. I would probably be interested in Chuck. And then Randy Couture, even in like 07, comes across as old. So it would be, for me, it would be Chuck Liddell or Ken Shamrock. And then, Dallas right now has no idea who any of these people are aside from Ken Shamrock. So
No, I know. I don't know if I've actually seen any of them actually fight, but I know who they are.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That's kind of a funny thought, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen any of them in an MMA match.
Yeah.
Hey, remember last week we were talking about that angle with AJ Prudzinski and David Eckstein? Well, it was covered by CNN Headline News, ESPN Sports Center, and Sports Illustrated website. A photo of Prudzinski holding Eckstein made the front page of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and it was expected to be mentioned on the December 23rd Sports Illustrated. The plan is to build for a Dale Torborg versus Lance Hoyt match with the players in the respective corners as opposed to a tag match. Now, the idea was to do this on the January 14th pay-per-view, Final Resolution. But with Eckstein's promotional schedule for his book, it may be on the February show. Now, Hoyt got the spot in the angle due to Russo, who wants to push him, but he had nothing to push him with. Dave says, if it was me, I'd do the match on Spike and do a several-week build. More people will see it. More people will see it that way. The usual wrestling logic for something like this is to put it on pay-per-view, but the truth is, this isn't Rodman versus Malone, where it's going to increase buys.
Right. No, he's absolutely right. That is 100% right. It's a TV match, not a pay-per-view. I don't want to buy that.
You don't want to buy Dale Torborg versus Lance Hoyt just to see AJ Prudzinski and David Eckstein in the corner?
No, I can safely say no, I don't. That's crazy.
It's so funny.
That's remarkable.
Yeah, but we'll see how that develops. Bob, I have one more note for you, and then I don't know if you'd like to cover the. There's 2 UWF shows we can talk about quick. After this note, if you'd like.
Oh yeah, of course.
So let me do this note, and then because I have like a semi note that's related to those shows, but so this is a big one. That's why I saved it for last. Spike has offered TNA a 2-hour show.
What?
It's been offered, but right now there is a holdup, and it's over money. Now it's pretty well inevitable that this is going to happen. Spike wants a multi-year exclusive commitment. It may be 3 years, but Dave does not have that confirmed. Now, TNA wants more money out of the deal. TNA's specific goals and predictions are that they will be able to build the rating up to a 1.4 and then get a higher price than is being offered. Just through natural television patterns, wrestling ratings on cable usually do better in the spring and summer when the networks are in reruns and wrestling remains first run. TNA should do better in January because in 41 of its 92 million homes, it has NFL competition, even though Thursday NFL isn't part of our culture like Sunday and Monday NFL.
Well, that's changed.
There you go.
Thursday night football is definitely a thing. That's in our culture now.
So, hey, apparently the deal is been offered. So this is pretty big news.
I'm stunned that they'd be like, no, we want more money.
I know at this point it's like, just freaking take it. But hey,
just take it.
You got to shoot your shot.
Sure.
So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I'll have more notes to talk about during the show, including ones that I had from last week, but I didn't want to say due to things that happened on today's show.
Well, you know what? And this is good for Vince because he's writing 2 hours anyway.
Imagine how long and good these matches are going to be.
Oh yeah, dude! In a 2-hour show, we'll get about 4 matches, and there'll be about 12 minutes combined. It's gonna be great.
Right, I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. All right, well, let's go to the house shows that you mentioned, the joint shows between the UWF and TNA. The first one took place on December 15th in Knightdale, North Carolina. And it was called The Monster in Nightdale.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, there's only 5 matches on the card. TNA X Division #1 contender 3-way. Petey Williams defeated Alex Shelley and Jay Lethal. Tag team match with special referee SoCal Val.
What?
Yep. Buff Bagwell and Ron Killings defeated Diamonds in the Rough, David Young and EX Skipper. The first match with PD, Alex Shelley, and Jay Lethal, that one, apparently, these are approximate times, I think. 17 minutes and 46 seconds.
Holy crap.
This tag match where Bagwell and Killings defeated Young and Skipper went 17 minutes and 38 seconds.
Bagwell did not wrestle any of that match. There's no way.
I don't know, man. It's 2006. You could probably still go a little bit.
Okay.
Rhino defeated Maven. That's right, Maven from the WWE. And also VH1's Surreal Life.
That's right. And now he's a YouTube star. Did you know that?
He's a YouTube star, yes. That match went 10 minutes and 5 seconds. AJ Styles defeated Brother Runt in 14 minutes and 6 seconds. And in the main event, this is a champion versus champion match. The NWA World Champion, Abyss, defeated NWA X Division Champion Christopher Daniels in 10 minutes and 58 seconds.
That's really interesting. My note is actually about the AJ Styles match because he apparently tried to work heel during that match against Brother Runt, but the fans wouldn't boo him.
Of course not. And he's like Ricky Steamboat, dude. The people will not boo him.
Did Ricky Steamboat ever turn heel?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Not, in the era of like people with color television.
Right. But you can't hate Ricky Steamboat.
Right, you can't.
You can't hate AJ Styles. It's very difficult.
It's kind of like maybe it's changed a little bit, but Jeff Hardy, every time he tried to turn heel, it's so difficult because it's like, hey, that guy jumps off really high stuff and is cool.
And he looks cool. And
yeah, right. And why would I want to boo that?
Well, he did it really.
You suck, dude, a swanton through a table. Boo, you, hate you, boo. Whisper in the wind, fuck you, boo. No, doesn't work.
Hey, dude, he got us to boo him when he was smoking cigarettes down to the ring, okay?
I don't even know if I was booing him then.
No, I actually thought he was even cooler when he turned
heel
then.
You smoking cigarettes, dude? You're
not because of that
awesome
part, but he like cut his hair. And he was like, he had a creepy face paint on. I was like, damn, dude, I like this Jeff Hardy. He's got the cool alien title. It's like,
I want to start smoking too because Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy smokes cigarettes? I do too now.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I love it. All right. And then the second night of this UWF TNA joint show was called Season Finale, because it's their final show of 2006. 5 matches on this card as well. Buff Bagwell teamed up with Rhino to defeat David Young and EX Skipper, also known as Diamonds in the Rough. That went 11 minutes and 34 seconds. AJ Styles defeated Jay Lethal in 13 minutes and 44 seconds. TNA X Division champion Christopher Daniels defeated Petey Williams in 11 minutes and 55 seconds to retain the title. Tag team match with special referee Elliot Sadler saw Hermie Sadler team up with Ron Killings to defeat Alex Shelley and Maven in 14 minutes. Now, many of you guys, if you've followed the show from the beginning, Hermie and Ron had a feud 4 years ago. So it's nice to see that they patched things up and are working house shows together. And in the main event, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Abyss defeated Brother Runt in a tables match in 12 minutes and 42 seconds.
Not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really spoil anything for us. I just scrolled ahead. That's the last UWF TNA show.
No, it's not.
What?
No.
When do they do it again?
maybe as a joint, but UWF still has shows with TNA guys.
Well, yeah, but that's the last joint that they're calling a TNA show.
Yeah,
because it looks like the Sun Cage match. I just happened to scroll and look. Because we start doing regular house shows in January. That's just a TNA show.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that they break off from Hermie in early 07.
Well, it really is the season finale then.
Yeah. But in my on my website, Wrestling Recaps, I still keep it under UWF/TNA because,
I mean,
quite frankly, it's still joint shows to me. Damn it.
I like that they do these weekends and it's just the same like 6 guys mixed into different matches.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some days I'm like, wow, I really wish we watched these. And then I see that a lot and I'm like, I didn't need to see 5 Brother Runt versus Abyss matches.
Right.
So sometimes I'm not as sad.
Yeah, I mean, I just checked actually. I reviewed far more UWF TNA shows than I thought I had. I would say they're harmless, really, like hour and a half, hour 45-minute shows.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean they tend to take out like entrances and stuff.
That's okay.
So it's really condensed to just the wrestling part. But yeah, I mean they're harmless, mindless fun typically. But it's just like professionally shot house shows. That's the style you're getting.
Nice. That's very exciting.
Yeah. I mean, Maven being there is pretty cool. I actually didn't review either one of those shows. I have the shows.
Are they the only ones you haven't? Because now you have to.
No, there's other UWF shows I have not reviewed. But I'm actually intrigued by some of the matches on there. Like Abyss and Daniels, I kind of want to see how that would play out. It's a Styles Lethal match. I wonder how good that could be. Should be pretty decent. Buff Bagwell in a near 18-minute match could be fun.
Yeah. Cue it up.
Throw it in, dude. Chuck it out. So I'm sure in the next about 10, 15 years, I'll pop it in and review it, and you guys can read it even further in the future when nobody truly cares about it. So
it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, gotta love it. No Chris Harris or James Storm on those shows. Chris Harris selling his injuries. So.
That's a very big call out right there.
Yeah, they're usually regulars on these shows too. So, all right. Is there any other pre-show notes, or are we good to get into?
We are good to get into it.
All
we
right.
will have plenty to talk about during the show. Like I said, I do have some notes that I'm saving for specific moments in the show.
Okay.
So, should be good.
All right, well, let's get into the December 21st, 2006 edition of TNA Impact. The approximate runtime is 41 minutes and 58 seconds. Now, reminder, Angle and Joe, but a tag match. That's really the main thing to get excited for. I'm going to count down from 3, and when I say play, that is when the show shall begin. If you want to watch along with us, head over to TNA Plus or find it in your own personal collection. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
We are wrestling. And of course, we're going to get our highlights from our last show. This is my last match with Samoa Joe. I didn't say that.
Do you think Don is going to be back on commentary?
Yes, and they're going to show him in a giant ankle brace.
Oh, that'd be so good. I think Cornette will be on commentary.
Oh, Cornette on commentary, huh? I hope not.
Tonight. What?
Whoa! AJ and Samoa Joe versus Rhino and Kurt Angle.
Dude,
wait,
there's still...
Right?
Yeah. Rhino and Angle against Joe and Styles. They're still presenting Angle as the babyface with Rhino. And Joe's a heel with AJ?
That doesn't make sense, dude.
That makes no sense.
Nope.
What in the world? Oh, is that not for Raven?
Whoa.
Or Serotonin?
It's Serotonin.
There's Divine, yeah.
Okay, it's specifically Kazarian, but they're all coming out.
They're saying this is the in-ring debut of Serotonin. We've already seen them wrestle. Even under this gimmick. What are we talking about?
Oh my god, dude.
Continuity, does that not exist in this promotion? What are we talking about?
See, that's the thing, is like TNA is usually like pretty good about like things that like, oh, you've seen these guys before. Are you shitting me?
It's like Sting.
It's Sting.
Right, so I guess we're killing off Serotonin already. Like, what are we doing? See, he's not even taking it seriously.
Laughing, dude. He knows.
He's like, this is a joke.
You can listen to his song on the Third Degree Burn CD, available now. By the way, as Bob noted last week, possession is 9/10 of the law, and he has the NWA World title with it, which means he's the champion.
That's right.
Got to get my notes ready for this.
See, now wrestling Kazarian, you would think this could be like a hidden banger potentially, because like Kazarian can go and Sting's not decrepit. But that's just not going to happen. There's no shot that this is going to go more than like 2.5 minutes.
And he's not decrepit. Well, Sting is going after all members of Serotonin who all have kendo sticks and can't even fight him.
Yeah, this is like not even going to be a match. This is just going to be a fucking angle again. How is this guy fucking Bruce Lee? Kazarian just jumped off the top rope with a kendo stick, and then Sting just sensed it and raised his baseball bat, not even looking to block it. What the fuck?
Oh shit. Bentley held the foot of Sting, and Kazarian gave Sting a stiffy right there. Holy crap. Sting still has his jacket on, by the way.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
That was a shitty drop kick. Sting shouldn't really do drop kicks anymore. Sting not wearing a t-shirt. He's wearing
This is his non-t-shirt area generally.
He looks really thin up top, doesn't he? Like upper body wise?
I don't know. It's kind of, he's not as jacked as he was at Bound for Glory. I know that much. And there you go. He got the pin.
What the hell? He just hit the Scorpion death drop and just that was like not serious at all.
Okay, so Bob. I noted. Oh, Sting's about to talk. Hold on. Abyss, you got something I want, and I got something you want.
What does Abyss have that he wants? He has it in his hand.
I don't know, but he wants to give it back to his rightful owner, but he wants to hand it over face to face. And he wants one thing in return. A rematch. That's what he wants. And I'm going to give you until the end of the show to make up your mind.
Oh my god. Are we just going to get another triple threat match?
And don't bring Mitchell. Yes, we are. So, Bob, last week we covered Turning Point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the pre-show, Kazarian was pinned by Hoyt. Now, believe it or not, supposedly Bentley was the one who was supposed to do the job because Sting was planning to beat Kazarian on TV, and they wanted Raven to cane all of them because Divine was caned on the prior show before. But someone who wrote the name down on the paper got them mixed up and wrote down Kazarian's name instead. So Kazarian's been pinned twice in a row, and Bentley still has not been caned.
Okay, so then why wouldn't you just switch it to
That's a great question. Oh, I forgot. Happy holidays to all of our listeners. It's a Christmas edition today, apparently, or a holiday episode. They have Santa hats on, throwing out gifts to the crowd.
Because realistically, if it's Kazarian or Maverick Matt, and especially the context of what just happened, does it really matter?
No. And guess what? Raven didn't just cane Kazarian, so...
Oh, Don is back.
Yeah, he's back. He's got a newfound respect for these wrestlers.
So he's playing it smart. He didn't tap out.
No.
He did not tap.
Kurt Angle and the War Machine Rhino.
I don't understand this pairing. I don't know.
Okay, we're backstage here with JB. AJ Styles. It's gonna be hard to run if you got 2 broken legs.
That's true. He's right. Samoa Joe, you got your own problems. Stay out of mine. Where's Kurt? Hey, there's Kurt.
I wish I knew someone who could make that TNA velour jacket.
Mm. Would you buy it?
No.
You would just text me and be like, Bob, you gotta get this.
Because you would rock it, I wouldn't.
I would. I would wear that in public. I just don't think I could wear a full decked out Team Angle one.
Yes, you could.
That'd be tough.
You wear it to the hangouts, you know?
Well, it's the hangouts, yeah, but I'm saying like, oh, we're gonna go out to eat. Like, I wouldn't be able to sit. Oh, what?
I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you spoke way too soon, dude.
Yeah, serotonin is a chemical in your mind that affects and alters your mood. And Raven thinks that pain, suffering will lead to success. Oh. So he thinks that these guys are a bunch of losers. So if he beats the shit out of them, they'll win eventually.
They'll be winners.
Eric Young here with a leg lamp from A Christmas Story. She wants a rematch from the big bikini contest, but I beat her fair and square. No rematch. Hey, you seen Santa Claus? JB says, yeah, at the mall on Saturday. Why? Well, maybe not so friendly with the leg.
Did he just look up the skirt?
Yes, he did. Team 3D
shit.
is back. You remember us? Of course you do. They remember us. You remember us. Oh, the Naturals are going to be reacquainted with them tonight. We've been fighting in Japan for the past month.
They didn't forget.
We didn't forget that you put my brother Devon through a table. We didn't forget how you 3D'd me. The crowd clearly cannot see this because they're booing.
Right. They have no idea.
Oh, we're going to have our 3 minutes of fame. That's all it's going to take to get your receipt that you deserve.
Did somebody say 3 minutes?
I know. Okay, so I got another note. Brother Ray was apparently very mad backstage at this taping. Now, the deal was that they wanted their return to be a surprise. Okay. And get a surprise pop from the fans. Everyone would be so excited to see them. We'll see how it is when they come out in a second. But, however, before the taping started, when the ring announcer Dave Benzer ran down the show, he said who was there, and he mentioned that Team 3D was there.
So he spoiled it.
He spoiled the surprise.
Damn it.
Seen flashback to last month. You know, I mean, that's a normal, hey, okay, Team 3D's coming out pop.
Yeah.
So apparently Brother Ray was pretty upset about this.
I mean, the crowd seems pretty.
They seem excited still.
Jubilant than usually for these guys.
It looks like we're getting a tables match, so that's fun. Now, Brother Ray...
It's a decent pop. Why are we getting upset about this?
Natural's going right after him here. Have we even seen the Natural since they put them through the table?
I don't know. They haven't done anything of note.
Now remember, Shane Douglas, who's ringside? Oh, double clothesline by Brother Ray to both naturals. The whole point is they're going to win the tag team titles. That was what they're going to do.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a tag team title match to me.
No.
Brother Ray Irish whips Devon into both of the naturals in the corner. Here comes Brother Ray now. Big splash. Douglas looking nervous already. 3D!
I love when fans think that's the 3D.
And
It's
it's a back
amazing
suplex.
that how often they fuck that up. The crowd. Oh,
I also like that there's about 7 tables around ringside, and they're going to
A
use
lot.
one of them.
yeah. There's
6.
2 double stacks of them.
Yeah, there's 6
Why?
tables total.
There's no way they're using all those tables.
We'll be using 1.
But what's up? Devon. What?
What?
And I love how he still can't technically say it, so he has
makes
the
the crowd
crowd
do
say it. Yeah. Nice way around that little trick.
Chase Stevens?
Oh, shit.
Oh, 3D.
What?
Uh-oh. Oh. We're about to do a little powerbomb action to Andy Douglas here.
Yeah.
But Devon's so nice. Oh, he didn't even do the sit out powerbomb. Okay.
Okay. So we're just full of just jobbing people out, aren't we?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So the naturals are. This is crazy. So in 2 weeks, the naturals are probably pretty much done. AMW is done. That's like an end of an era for the tag team division.
Well, hold on. Shane Douglas on the microphone.
What?
You people can sit down and take it to the bank. I killed the 2 of you. The experiment is officially over.
You fired him. So they've been fired.
Okay, so here's another note for you.
Oh boy.
I mean, if it's a spoiler, sorry. I don't think it is at this point. Which way is the production truck?
How does he not know where the production truck is, dude? You've been here for a month.
He's got something for the world to see tonight. He's got a CD. Why is it not a VHS tape? Everyone's going to want to see what's on this DVD first before Sting and us have a love fest. We're back out, and Ron Killings is with Lance Hoyt, Sanjay Dutt, and Jay Lethal saying, "What's up?" Is that a cigarette in his ear?
I don't know.
Um,
What's your note, dude?
Yeah, Andy Douglas appears to be done with the promotion after the decision to break up the Naturals.
Only Andy.
That's what's being reported right now.
But Chase is not.
We're showing TNA live dates at the bottom. By the way, the January 20th house show appears to be the first one that is not tied to a UWF name. We're doing like a rap and a dance right now.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know, but the 50 Greatest Moments DVD is still number 7 on the list, too. I just saw that pop
Hoyt
up.
is far more entertaining than he needs to be right now.
Well, you think so, but apparently it's being noted that I think someone backstage decided that they don't think he's a good dancer.
That's, I think, the point.
Me too.
Right. So why? Yeah.
Yes,
I don't think
apparently
he's supposed to.
Apparently management has come to the conclusion that Lance Hoyt can't dance. I told you, dude, I'm full of them today.
Is this not the point? I don't think he's supposed to be good. I think it's supposed to be that he's bad.
Are those foam steel chairs?
Probably.
Happy holidays from TNA and Spike TV. Yes, they are foam steel chairs. Santa. We have confirmation. Santa is on his way to the Impact Zone, and he's throwing out free DVDs, and boy, do I wish I was there to get those.
Dallas. I have a feeling that Santa Claus is gonna get hurt tonight.
Why would you think that? Because oh wow,
Oh my god, is that Tiny?
yes it is. Oh, Shelly goes, look at that asshole, he bounces. This is the PCS again. Austin Star, someone give me a beverage. I'm parched. They're all doing pogo sticks to get more points for the PCS. Come on, Mr. Chlamydia. What in the world? Wouldn't it be inspirational if someone with chlamydia won this event? So apparently, storyline-wise, Alex Shelley has chlamydia.
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying he's cheating because his shoes look like they got little bounces to them.
Little pumps.
Austin Star,
Austin
10
Starr.
points. Sanjay Dutt, 9 points. Tied with Jay Lethal, and then I missed the rest. Hey, Santa's in the impact zone.
Or is it somebody in a disguise?
Yeah, it's probably Eric Young. No,
Oh.
it's not Eric Young. It's not. But LAX is coming out.
Fuck. Dude, run. Run. Santa, get out of there.
Yeah, he better. Bob, you'll be glad to know that Conan's hip surgery was scheduled for this week, but he did stick around to finish this final set of tapings. And Monday was in a great deal of pain, as you'd expect. So
Yeah,
he
had hip surgery, so not a surprise. Wait, so does that mean he's going to be off TV then?
Unless he just never gets the surgery.
Oh, wait. So he didn't have the surgery?
No, I don't know. Apparently he's scheduled to get it this week. Well, it was probably last week when the taping was. But he finished this set of tapings first, so maybe.
Okay.
Does he have a Christmas tree? You thought by putting me in a cage, you thought the LAX would lose?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't lose because James Storm hit his partner in the face with a beer bottle. I mean,
Well,
kind of helped you.
LAX is the best team in wrestling today. I'm the minister of propaganda. I like that.
This Santa.
This Christmas tree symbolizes what Christmas was like for us, poor. While your gringo parents were on vacation, our parents were working. Oh, hey, Santa. Oh, we got legitimate beef. Oh, his Miami Dolphin jersey from back in the day, dude. Did he say that Homicide wanted roller skates and Hernandez likes to beat up white boys on the holidays?
Yeah.
That's awesome. First off, Homicide on roller skates sounds awesome too. That's a great idea.
I really hope Santa doesn't get in the ring.
Bob.
Is he?
Yes, it's wrestling. Of course,
Dude,
he's
why?
in the ring.
But why? He clearly doesn't watch the programming. He just said Hernandez likes to beat up white boys on holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
Who could that be? Could that be somebody we know?
I'm wondering if it says in the notes. I'm going to look. Would you like a Christmas present?
It's a Miami Dolphins jersey. Oh, I know who that is.
Who is it?
It's Brother Run, dude.
Oh my God. Yep, it sure is.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
That's funny. Oh no. Oh no. Border toss. Here comes Lethal. Ron Killings. Eric Young with the leg lamp. He couldn't get in the ring with it.
No, he couldn't.
And Petey Williams. And Lance Hoyt.
Okay, so they just attacked Brother Run. Brother Run is like related to Team 3D, so I think that solves that. We know who LAX is probably gonna be feuding with.
There you go. We're doing another VCAM skit. They're going to do a Raw live event, they just said. Nashville, Tennessee. Or Knoxville, sorry. Are you sure there'll be any fans there?
That was the date on that December 1st. So they're showing this 20 days after the fact.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Wait. Michael Hickenbottom and Paul Levesque, they're with some like mascots. The crowd was chanting VKM a minute ago. There's some signs that they definitely brought with them.
They sure did.
But next week, all we want to do is get Paul Levesque to sign a cease and desist. And Paul Levesque, if you do not, we will. It said beep you, so I'm assuming fill in the blank. And he'll shave their mutton chops. And now we're backstage with JB and AJ Styles. You know what it sounds like to me, JB? We don't mean to predicament in this first place, Rhino, if you just walked away. Oh, you stuck your nose in my business? Now I'm going to have to chop it off. For my so-called partner, there's a trust issue. So he points at Samoa Joe's door. He doesn't trust Samoa Joe even a little bit. Joe just walked out of a dark room. And AJ walked away.
Does he just sit in darkness all day?
He's talking about trust. He's worried about trust. Maybe he's in the wrong business. Kurt, you're going to wish you never asked for this rematch.
Yeah, but you're not getting it because it's over. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Oh, no.
An emotional video package.
Some consider the greatest tag team of the decade. We're seeing some Asylum footage since TNA's inceptions. They've held the NWA tag team titles.
Yikes, man.
6
James
times.
Storm really had a bad haircut back in the day, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. The bloody masters of the hellish domain. AMW.
This is emotional.
America's greatest tag team. That's it? Oh, shit. James Storm sitting down with Mike Tenay. I don't care who was shocked. I'm like, he's going to give us a short version. 6-time champions. Numerous occasion tag team of the year. There's 2 guys in the tag team. James Storm and Chris Harris. Chris Harris always thinks for himself. He says Harris was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Oh, he's a prima donna drama queen. Don't you feel sorry about what you did?
I'm sorry about your damn what?
Well, that's kind of weird. He said he doesn't feel sorry at all. Tenay says, though, their history, as far as I'm concerned, AMW, he's talking about.
What?
History is not over. It's not over till I look Chris Harris in the eye and tell him what I think about him. But over? This interview's over.
I think they're going to reconcile.
They could?
I think so.
Wow. Bob, apparently around this time, it must have been when Lita left or something around that time, because apparently they're definitely interested in her to come here to TNA if she shows any interest.
So let's see. She definitely, I think, is gone. I think she might have been gone by September of this year.
Okay. I think it's kind of an interesting note just because we don't have a women's division.
No, yeah, we don't. Wasn't there like a match with Trish and Lita where they both were leaving?
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I think it's like Unforgiven 06 or something like that they do that.
Also,
Okay, so Sting's coming out now too.
Yeah, we're doing that answer. That Abyss is going to give him an answer by himself with no Jim Mitchell.
Right.
On January 25th, Impact is going to have to be moved since there's a UFC special from 8 to 10 p.m. and Pros versus Joes from 10 to 11 p.m. So we'll be airing on a different night that week, is what it sounds like to me.
So not on a Thursday.
Yep. We'll update when possible. Also, TNA has pulled out of its deal with the Wrestling Channel in the UK effective at the end of the year when its contract expires. Word is that they signed an exclusive UK contract with another far stronger station. Rumors has the station being Bravo, which airs UFC in the UK. It's a major step up as far as visibility in a hot wrestling market. So that's a pretty big upgrade, it sounds like. Oh, Sting's talking now. Perfect timing. Looks like I got something that belongs to you, but you got something that belongs to me.
What does he have?
The rematch.
That's what he's talking about this whole time?
You said you got to make some different choices and go down a different road. You got to stop worrying about your past. Oh, yeah, we're going to see the DVD.
Show us that DVD, yeah.
Is it going to be so dumb, dude?
I hope it's like nothing.
The good news is, Abyss, you can change. We can change your future. Don't like it. I'll give you what belongs to you if you give me what belongs to me, and that's a world title shot at Final Resolution. Oh, he wants a handshake. Wait, what a dummy. He put the title down. Abyss could just take it. Does Abyss really shake hands?
No. I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
Tease it, and then footage.
Oh, there it is. Christian's on the screen. Abyss and the Stinger together again.
Where is he?
Oh, this is the DVD.
Right.
This is my business, Christian says. You remember this place, Abyss? What is it? The surroundings, the setting? You can't quite tell what it is yet. But he's there to just gather facts.
Well, there's barbed wire fencing. What's really at a barbed wire fencing?
Is it a jail?
That's what I think. I think it's prison.
Unforgivable. Did he burn his family's house down?
I knew it.
I don't know. You can take Sting's advice and look toward the future, but your past will never let you forget. You have something that belongs to me. The decision you make will affect the rest of your existence. Remember that room up there, Abyss? That was your window? I think that's a watchtower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. That's like where this fucking officers are.
That's a major league punk right there.
Just call Christian Cage a punk.
Oh, shit. You could determine your destiny right now. You just got to shake your hand.
I love how things like, okay, ignore that triggering experience. Yeah. Just shake my hand.
Remember the PTSD you just witnessed and now you're having a mental breakdown? Just shake my hand.
Don't worry about that. That's not even real, dude.
So, did we just confirm that Tomko is also a criminal and they knew each other in jail?
That's what I would imagine.
It's a non-answer, but it works.
Yeah.
He goes to grab Sting around the neck here, and Sting is trying to fight Abyss off.
See, what Sting doesn't understand is that's Abyss's way of saying, yeah, yes.
Oh, he's trying to get the Scorpion Deathlock in, but security is coming out. The lights finally turn on instead of the lightning. Wow. Here comes Tomko, his jailmate. Wait, do you think they were like in the same room? Like they were
like bunkmates?
Bunkmates. What you gonna do, huh?
So, I mean, realistically, Tomko would probably know what he looks.
Holy shit! One of the security guys was Christian. He's using a nightstick.
I didn't even notice that.
That's wild.
That's just good.
Well, he used a nightstick and took out all the security and Sting, and then just knocked Abyss out of the ring.
That was good. Good swerve.
Mitchell's like, let's leave right now, Abyss, please.
But now he wants to save Sting, even though he was just beating him up. Okay, so Abyss has some definitely mental health issues that need to get addressed quick. Okay. What the fuck?
Why is Abyss like a turning babyface on us?
I don't know what is going on.
Okay, well, he just chased off Tomko and Christian with his Sting's bat.
How is Sting able to talk sense into this guy to be like, don't be...
He's got powers.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Sting is helpless in the corner. Abyss is pointing the baseball bat at Sting.
He was just about to chokeslam this guy.
He gave the bat to him. Yeah, but Sting knows his humanity. Okay? He gets it. Sometimes, as a human, you make mistakes. You choke the man that is trying to be your friend.
All right.
Anyway, that was one of the weirdest segments we've ever seen, I'd argue, because it was, like, just bizarre. Like, Christian as a security guy was awesome, though.
That was good. But this angle just feels like we don't really know what we're doing.
Correct.
We're just throwing something on a piece of paper and be like, figure it out.
Right. It sounds like James Mitchell is losing control of Abyss. Okay, Dream Tag match coming up next.
Okay, important to note here. We have just over 7 minutes left in the show.
There you go. Well, here comes AJ Styles.
And we're getting entrances, so we're going to be like 4 minutes of the show.
Can't wait. Let's see what I got for you here, Bob.
Yeah.
You remember Jackie Gata?
Yeah.
Yeah, she left because she was pregnant.
She was pregnant, yeah.
Well, she has finally given birth to her first child on December 14th. I don't know if we'll ever see her again, but there you go.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I have not done indie notes.
Oh, I just assumed there wasn't any.
This whole show, because I've just been so distracted. So let me get caught up here. Kazarian, back on December 2nd, teamed up with Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, losing to the Dynasty, which was Chris Bosch, Scorpio Sky, and Scott Lost at Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Passive Hostility. Team 3D, they competed on December 9th against the Outcast Killers in a tag team tables match, Team 3D winning that, at Northeast Wrestling's Holiday Havoc. That took place in Connecticut. Let's see here. Well, Rhino doesn't have anything new. We've already discussed those. AJ Styles, aside from his UWF appearances over the weekend, he competed in a 3-way for the Northeast Wrestling Heavyweight title. It was vacant. It was a vacant title. Xavier defeated AJ Styles and Jay Lethal at Holiday Havoc to win the title. And then the last bit here is for Samoa Joe. December 2nd at Hybrid Wrestling, he fought Raymond Rowe to a time limit draw in Fremont, Ohio. December 8th, Ring of Honor World Champion Bryan Danielson defeated Samoa Joe in a steel cage at Ring of Honor's The Chicago Spectacular Night 1. And then on Night 2 of the Chicago Spectacular, Samoa Joe defeated Mark Briscoe.
Nice.
That is your new notes.
And Kurt Angle's coming out. He's our last entrant. And I have a note about Kurt Angle as well.
Okay.
Jeff Jarrett has been talking to Bob Sapp about doing a program with Angle in the so-called shoot fight cage match for the next program after Joe. The original choice was Daniel Puder, but that fell apart, apparently over an embarrassingly low money offer. If that's the mentality, how do you expect to get Sapp, who turned down $1 million per year from Vince McMahon, and isn't going to come for anywhere less than 10 times what it would take to get Puder? Oh, Kurt Angle just went right after Samoa Joe. This
Rhino
isn't going to be a match, I
also
don't think.
funny.
I think this is just going to be like a brawl like this. Why is the NWA title still out there?
That's a good question.
Rhino putting Styles onto the guardrail. I have one more note, but I'm going to actually probably wait till the match is done before I tell you. I'll just say let's keep an eye on Samoa Joe.
Oh boy, is he gonna get hurt?
Maybe.
Oh, right there where he just held his thigh, knee. He got sent in the railing and he immediately held his leg. But he doesn't seem like he's moving.
Yeah, he looks okay so far. One thing I will say as we're kind of kicking this off is it was noted that Joe was apparently all black and blue at TV here. So Angle is apparently giving everyone quite the beating in matches. So
Commercial break back. Rhino the spine buster to Styles.
Kurt is hype over there.
Yeah, he's pulling like a James Storm here. Hopefully he doesn't get a beer bottle and smash Rhino in the face with it. All right, Kurt gets the tag. Joe did not get a tag, and he gets tossed with a German suplex. Oh, and he just tossed AJ right onto his face.
Wow.
Kurt is fired up. Ankle lock on Styles. Is AJ going to tap?
No, because Samoa Joe. Little knee to the back of the head.
Huh. Shoulder block, even though it's pretty much a gore, but whatever.
Oh,
Reaping
nice clothesline.
Rhino.
Nearly turning Styles inside out. I thought that was a low blow, but it was a midsection kick by Joe, another one to Rhino, then a belly-to-belly suplex.
He's in the corner waiting. Come on, Joe, turn around and charging, and met with a kick to the face. Coquina clutch.
Can he drop it in? No. Angle comes in.
Angle slam.
Olympic slam.
Olympic slam, I meant.
Come on, Bob. And Styles rolls up Rhino. In 3, even though, because kind of Samoa Joe choked him out, but like not really. Yeah, see, Rhino just stood right up, dude. Okay, well.
Dude, they have completely abandoned in-ring wrestling.
It does seem that way.
It's 100. They're not. They don't care.
Okay, Joe's limping. Did you just see that? See that?
Yeah, I do see it.
Yeah. Rhino and AJ just fought away, and
is it his left knee?
Oh
no. Joe, Joe's in the ankle lock, and Don didn't tap, Joe, so you better not tap, dude.
That's true. He's locked in. No one here to save him.
He's screaming out. If Joe taps, is that basically him saying you'll get a rematch? And we're going off the air with him just in the ankle lock.
Now, Adrenaline Rush video package. Okay, Bob, so let me mute this so I don't have to listen to the song while I tell you. Samoa Joe suffered what was believed to be a third-degree MCL sprain in a TV match taped on December 11th, which is the match we just saw. He threw a kick and could feel his knee give out. It's the same knee that he's been having problems with and went out several months ago. The preliminary report was that it doesn't look like he'll need surgery, but may be out for a few weeks. Now, he canceled his bookings this coming weekend, and it was thought that the odds were against him being able to wrestle at the next tapings. Now, the pay-per-view isn't until January 14th, and it is at least thought that for now he'll be okay to wrestle by then. And then I even have a follow-up for you, because that was technically on last week's notes. So, the follow-up says, if I can find it. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, so the update from the week after basically said Samoa Joe's MCL sprain was a severe second-degree sprain based on his second examination on December 13th. Now, he did actually appear at the Hermes Sadler promoted UWF TNA house show in Virginia over the weekend, and he signed an autograph and posed for photos, but he did not wrestle. He was booked to wrestle at the tapings on December 18th, but then he does not end up doing that. He is expected to not to undergo surgery, but is expected to work the pay-per-view. I am very curious how this is going to affect we're assuming, I think it's safe to say, the third Angle Joe match.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, if he's going in hurt. See, to me, that would just make it easier to not do it in January. If he's hurt, just drag it out a little bit, let him heal up.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah. Well, the show's over. What'd you think of that one, Bob?
Not as enjoyable as last week. So I'm gonna go with thumbs down. I'm bummed about the just non-existent wrestling. It's just the matches are. The main event was even like for just 5 minutes. The finish is just like blah. There's just nothing. It's heavy on angles, and I don't know if any of these angles are particularly good.
Okay, Bob.
Oh my God, hang on, guys. There's nobody in this room, guys. I think Dallas is gonna say thumbs down. The first time since like 2004. Can you believe it? Oh my God.
I think I got to agree.
Yo, my God.
I think I do. Listen, I was gonna say in the middle, and then I looked back over at the card that we just saw.
There's no way.
And I realized that there was just nothing of substance on the show.
Nothing.
Oh my God, I can't believe
the Christian thing was good, but that's secondary, a minor detail.
It's not even secondary. It was so like, oh, look at that. Like,
yeah.
Even the James Storm interview was like fine, but like,
yeah.
I was just looking. This is gonna blow your mind. You ready?
Yeah.
I was just looking back because I have a spreadsheet with all of our.
Right.
That's the first ever episode of Impact I gave a thumbs down.
First one.
That's the first one.
Oh my God.
I mean, I gave
over
plenty.
2 years of Impact,
and I gave plenty of in the middles when you sit down, and that generally meant it was kind of like not as super great, but. Wow, that's the first Impact I've ever gave a thumbs down to. But when you think about what we just watched, listen, last week was chaotic, but at least it was like a fun show and like a lot. I feel like stuff happened to progress stuff. This show just like existed.
Yeah. Last week's there was negative. It was a negative show feeling wise, but it felt necessary. This episode didn't necessarily have a negative vibe to it, but like, what is there to be? I don't know, like joyful is the right word, but what? There's nothing. There's like nothing positive. Everything kind of seems dark.
Yeah, but like not. I think for me the issue is I bet you. Now listen, we have 3 weeks left before final resolution. There is no promise that any of that is going to be good, but I can almost guarantee you, if you remove this episode from this full 5-week build, it would make zero difference. And I think that's what my issue is.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Whereas last week, Kurt Angle kind of going nuts, like, I lost, I can't believe it, I want my rematch. That was kind of an important thing to have happen. The turn on Chris Harris is important to happen. This show had nothing. It had LAX beating up Santo, which was Brother Runt, which like sort of sets up the Team 3D thing, but like not quite. We got rid of the Naturals, so that's bullshit. Team 3D squashed him in like what, 4 minutes or something? I don't even know the time.
Not even that, probably.
Like what did this show do? Yeah, 2 minutes 5 seconds.
Kazarian just got like destroyed for no reason
against Sting, who then we saw like later in the show again.
Yeah.
This was a bizarre episode. It didn't make sense, and it's really disappointing.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
You ain't pulling no 1.4s with that shit. Sorry.
No.
There's no way. But see, seeing this makes me last week we mentioned, and no, if you did not listen, that a lot of fans left and they couldn't do all of the explosion taping.
Oh shit, because this was part of that taping.
I'm understanding why they left.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've never read that before. Like, oh my God, people are leaving. And I'm triple checking. Yeah, the next one is a separate taping. So I've never heard this, that people left the taping and they could not film an explosion match because too many people left. If you watch those two shows back to back, the first one, like we talked about, kind of works. The second one was a disaster. And I think that's why people left.
Right. So, and we have to take into account of what the fans are actually seeing. So there's segments that they didn't see, like the James Storm interview stuff. They're not seeing that.
Yeah. So arguably the stuff that was like more okay, they didn't even see.
Right.
Yeah.
And weird. You're going there. You're going as a live. You know, if we went to the show live, we're going there for in-ring wrestling at its core. And there was nothing throughout that whole taping that had any true substance to it.
Yeah, that one was a. That was
so of course at the end when like Pencer's like, okay, that's the end of the Impact taping. Stay tuned for
explosion. It's like, why do I want to stay here?
A random ass explosion match. You know why? Why would you stick around? I don't care. At that point, I'd be so over it. Do I really need to see Eric Young against some random dude? Probably. No.
Yeah, but the bad thing is those explosion matches probably ended up being better in ring than anything than these last two episodes of Impact. But you know, it's just funny to think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. Kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth, Bob. But the next taping, I think, features 3 shows, which could be disastrous as well. I mean, you never know. They've done it before and it's been okay, but.
Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, I feel like when we've had 3 shows, the third show is obviously like, hey, we've like kind of ran out of stuff to do, so have fun with that. And it's always, that's the last one before the pay-per-view, of course.
Always.
So that doesn't really help matters.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't feel good about it, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, Bob. And listen. You can't say I never say things aren't good because I know when they're not good.
Yeah, but it takes something this extreme for you to be like, nah.
This was pretty extreme. I mean, this is. Whew. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we gotta shake it off and hopefully get back on track when we return for the December 28th. Hopefully we don't get weighed down from all that food we had for Christmas and we can enjoy an episode of Impact coming off of the holidays. All right. Well, that's all we got for this week. Be sure to join us as we find out more probably about Abyss and Tomko. And will Joe accept a rematch Did Joe submit to the ankle lock as we went off the air? Did he tap out afterwards? Who knows? Did Don West get on the microphone and be like, I didn't tap out, Joe. I should get a match. Maybe.
Now that would be good.
That would be fantastic. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to join us next week. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.